All right. Welcome everybody. Here we go. We got y'all can finally see what's going on. Ain't that something? All right. Had to make a few changes and get some stuff straightened out and by golly, I think we're in good shape. So hopefully this this works. So let's uh let's get on to it. So what we're gonna do is this: we're gonna take this 313. I believe it's a 313, and it's a good watch. There's nothing wrong with it. It runs really good. And what I want to do is um, this has got the um, this is the original dial. Y'all can see that. It's just original. There's nothing fancy about it. And I want to change it over to this boxcar dial. So this dial, if y'all remember, is one that's just been giving me the fritz. And I found out, to the best of my knowledge, that it has the wrong balance on it. If y'all can see that, this is not the right type of balance. I have the right type, but the balance on it, the springs, no good and whatnot. So, um, went on eBay yesterday, and I think I found like God knows how many of these. There's like hundreds of them. Cheap. So until I can get that fixed, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna borrow the dial off of it because I like the boxcar style. So let's get our screwdrivers out, and before we do that, let me show you all these. Got these at Walmart. I had to order them, of course, but they clip onto your glasses. They're eye loops. You clip them on your glasses, and that way there you don't have to worry about trying to keep, you know, one in your eye, which you can do. Um, there's some good ones out there that hold pretty good. This is a 10 magnification, and I think this one's a 5. This one's not as strong. This is the one I use all the time. If you don't wear glasses, you can get a pair of dummy glasses, and it'll work just as good. Or safety glasses, you can clip on the safety glasses. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, work really good. And I'll try to give you all a little view, which what I see, and you can just see the difference in the magnification there. So it's not like super, 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 in your face, but for someone who wears glasses like me, I wear bifocals. So this is a major help. So show you all my glasses I wear. It's just my bifocals. And then what I do is I just take it and I just put it on the top right here. That way it's out of my way. And it doesn't really go anywheres. It does hang down a little low, but that is right where I look. So you can see how it's kind of hanging down, but when you're doing this kind of work, your eyes are down towards the bottom, anyways. So that's what I see. So that way y'all can get an idea of just what I'm seeing. All right. So let's get to this. It's got I think there's 4 of these. I think there's 4. This is a .80 version screwdrivers. And I done told y'all my opinion on screwdrivers. Save your money. Get the goods. Don't buy that stuff you see online. You're going to, like I told y'all, you're going to buy 3-4 of those. By the time you're done, you're going to wish you would have bought your good set. All right. Take my little tool that I have no idea. It's probably not designed for this, but it seems to work. I don't know what this tool is. I got it in a kit. It's flat. So I use it, a lot of things. There we go. Nice dial. Porcelain. Boxcar. I heard it's boxcar. That's what they call it, boxcar. I could be wrong. This might not be, but anyways. So here's that movement. Like I said, it's something just fell out of it. Oh, look at that. Lost the hour wheel. Not a problem. Got plenty of those too. We're no short of parts here. So, get on there. All right. Well, we'll set this aside. I need to put that on something. I don't want to damage that wheel. I'll tell you what, since we're not going to be using this cushion, I don't think, for a minute, let's put it on the cushion. All right. So there's our dial. All right, now we got the good one. It's an elgen 313. I thought it was a 290, but I guess it's a 313. So my description, I wrote down the wrong one. All righty then. And we'll go ahead and we'll get this taken out here. And y'all can see me do that. And this watch does run really good. It's been on the time graph for it. Actually does really well. Let's grab us another screwdriver here. Let's grab us the pink one. The pink one is 160. So largest one in this kit. Case screws. Like I said, your case screws are usually going to be the wide, polished. And I'll show you so you can see the difference before I get all this taken out. I'll show you what I mean. You'll see the difference in the case screws. Let me see if I can get that in for you. Oh yeah, the green camera light helps out whatsoever. None. But you can just tell a little bit of a difference. Okay. And my tweezers. This is a good buy too. These have a plastic tips. Keeps it from anything getting magnetized. And of course they were cheap. And you can see what happened. They're glued. Yeah, they broke. But like a little super glue can't fix. So, anyways, but they do grab great. I mean, I fixed them because they work great. So they were worth put back together with a little bit of glue. All right, let's get my watch out of the way. Got me a wristwatch and I carry a pocket watch. And if you're wondering why I do that, well, at work I can't have a wristwatch on because I run machinery. I make car parts, so we're not allowed to have anything on your wrist. It's a safety hazard, as they say. But that doesn't mean I can't have one in my pocket. So that's where my pocket watches come in. All right. Take this out of the movement. And we'll take these hands off. This is a great case, too. I like this case. A great case. I keep all of this separated here because I have some on the bench here that projects here and projects there. All right, let's go ahead and get these hands off. Like I said, it's going to be a short video today, y'all. We're just going to do a little something here. These aren't fancy ones either. Gosh, these are pretty short. They're not even that long, but they work. Like I said, I got these tools when I first got started. I wasn't buying anything major because I didn't know if I was going to be into this hobby or not. So I didn't get heavy into buying anything. It took my time. All right, set those aside. Let's see. Let me grab some good tweezers for these. I like to have some good heavy non-magnetic tweezers. These are a little more robust than the other ones I had. The plastic ones, sometimes they don't grab so well. Finesse because they're wide. They don't have a point on them, so sometimes it's hard to grab things like that. I might use those other elgen hands. Let me show you all these elgen hands. They were off this watch that I'm working on, but I might use these hands. Y'all can see these hands? I think I showed them to you last time. These are pretty cool. They got a nice design. It's the minute hand. That was the hour hand. It's the minute hand. Let's see if I can grab that minute hand. Y'all can see the minute hand. It's pretty cool. Should just picked up the whole thing, shouldn't I? Ah, good God. Now the darn thing, the whole thing went flying. There's the minute hand. You can see how wide that is. That's pretty cool, man. I think that's pretty neat looking. Well, at least y'all can see what I'm doing. With my last video, I'm telling you what, y'all can see anything. That was not a good video. I got a live video, and I was working on my watch, tearing that down, and y'all can't see anything because it's so far away. Oh, wow. This has got a ring on it. Well, I didn't see that. Wow. So, the other watch I got has this type of balance on it. This is the correct balance. This is what it needs, one of these. Correct. This is the correct balance for it. So, it might be a 313 too. I think it said it was a 290 though, but like I said, I'll have to go through and double check, but I'm pretty sure it was a 290. It's funny because most watches you get don't have these dust covers on them. These are always missing. It's not too often you'll get a watch with that back on it. Usually tell somebody's worked on it, that's missing, but for something 70, 80, 90 years old, it's going to have something done to it. All right, let's see if we can get this off. I have not taken this watch apart. I don't think I've taken this watch apart. Well, yes, I have. I'm sorry. Yes, I have because I've serviced this watch. Sorry about that. My bad. Some reason I was looking at it. I'm like, God, did I ever take this watch apart? And I have. Okay. Because I had to use another 290 to get another watch to get this one running. On my holy cow, I didn't take off the second hands. Yeesh. Got talking and got ahead of myself. It's all right. Screwdriver there. A lot of times I get my screwdriver underneath it just like that because this thing's magnetized. Yeah, it'll hold it. Well, it's good for. Like I said, I bought that. It's one of the cheap kits you get. I think only the largest ones have ever been of any use. All the other ones, one time, and they'll chip and they'll get real fat on the ends, and then you'll end up having to um, you'll have to sand. You'll have to get a stone and you know file. That's no fun. The Barjans, all you do is just buy another tip, and you're good for a long time. Those tips last a long time. Okay, so there, that was the old one. Here is the new one. Or not new, but better. Then what I like to do is I could just take my finger, and all I'm feeling for is where that second hand was. I want to make sure that I know that that's there, the 6 o'clock position in my dial feet. And I know you can't see it, but you can usually see it stick out just a little bit before when you go to put this on there. Right before you put it on, you'll see it. It'll stick out. It'll be looking at you. And I guess I didn't do a very good job on this dial feed because it's, oh, there it goes. That's the sound we want to hear. Tighten this back down just a little bit. They don't have to be extremely tight. Snug. Because it's not going anywhere. And these screws, if they're backed out, way backed out, yeah, they can come out. But for the most part, they're not going anywhere. Okay. Let's get my dust ring back on. It's a good feature. I have no complaints about these. They do work. They do keep foreign objects out of your movement. That is for sure. All right. So let's see if we can get this back on without any problems. I think the only problem I've ever had with one of these before is if it's ever dinged for some reason, it'll hit up against the balance wheel. I've had the balance wheel. I mean, if you, it's hard to see this, but there is like the width of this screwdriver is all what's between that weight and the wall. So it don't take no, I mean, I could see why people probably took these off. You know, for that reason. But other than that, um, not a problem. All right, so let me get this case back up because I want to make sure I don't want to damage anything. Now, this case doesn't have those marks in it. Most time, your cases will have marks in it. For even 16 will have lever actions, and they'll have a cut on the, it's usually on the right side. Walthams, old Walthams, I have on the left side, but most time it's on the right side. And this case doesn't have that, which is kind of weird. So this may be the original case for this watch. That is very well a possibility. And then I'm going to push that down. And I push that down because this locks this in place. So it can still fall out now. But as far as it aligned, so I can put the screws in it. So I know it's going to stay lined up. It's not going to move as far as that goes. Okay. So I'll take my screws. Let me grab one of these screws for you. Let me show you the difference in these screws. Maybe y'all can see a little bit different. You can see the difference. You can see how the head is just, it's a wider and it's polished, a little bit shinier. Those are your case screws. And you can tell what the case screws are. Your the other screws, they're flat. These are more of a dome. And then your excuse me, your movement screws are flat. Polished too, but they'll just be flat. Okay, and it's a good little snug. You know, nothing needs to be over tightened here. You're dealing with small parts. It's easy to think it's going to go somewhere. It's not going anywhere. None. All right. So let's see. Yep. Y'all give me just a second. Y'all give me just a second. Oop, something happened. Something happened. All right. Tighten this one down. All right. And like I said, I got these are the original hands. I tell you what, let's change them hands out. Let's see if I can put them other hands on there. If I can't, I can always put these back on there. But these should fit. There's an elgen. These are elgen hands. So let's see if we can get these hands on there. I like changing my stuff up a little bit. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, you buy a watch or you make a watch how you want it. It's your watch. It doesn't have to be just because somebody said it doesn't look original. That's their preference. My preference is I make stuff how I want it made because I like my stuff unique. I like my stuff unique to my tasting. So that's exactly what I like to do. And I try to encourage others to do that way. You don't have to do something just because somebody says it's not original. Doesn't matter to me. They're not the ones taking it apart, taking care of it. All right, let's see if we can get the seconds hands on there. It's going to cooperate. Sometimes these go on pretty easy, and then there's times when they don't want to go on there easy, and this might be one of them times. Usually, once you can get it flipped up, it's on the post, which I know sounds pretty crazy, but it'll do it. And then it'll fly off. But if you can get that on that post, if it's the right size, it'll go down on there. This might not, like I said, I don't know if this is the right size or not. And I can't use my loop because I'm trying to let y'all see this. So I'm just kind of doing it by, well, I'll tell you what I can do. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's try a new view. That way y'all can see. Y'all can see what I'm seeing. So I'm trying to get that post right on there. And then once I think I got it aligned, I don't know if that's going to work or not, peoples. Shoot. I don't know if that's going to work or not. That went on there too easy. It didn't give much of a resistance, so I'm kind of worried about that. But it looks good on there. You can see the difference. You can see the it's got marks at the 12, and down here at the 6. It's just the way it's made. Just that's so cool. That's just a neat look. All right. So now let's 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 try to back some of the glare off. That white just puts on a major glare, doesn't it? Okay, so now what we can do is um let's put some hands on, shall we? I want to see if these hands will fit this. Oop, shoot. Grab the ones that I had on it. No, slid off. These are cool hands. These are wide. I think these are railroad hands. I had a BW Raymond, and I believe these are the hands off of that because I sold the movement itself, but it didn't include the hands because I wanted the hands, which I did tell the person that it did not come with the hands. It was movement only. Okay, so let's see how these go. If these just slide on there, I know it's not going to work. I should get a little resistance here. That looks so good on there too. Wow, that looks awesome. That looks so good with that on there. All right, so I'm gonna grab my dial. And see what happens. Oh yeah, I think we may have a winner here. May have a winner. Trying to find the right size. These are for your hands, the pushers, but I don't have one exactly the size I need. I do, but for some reason, I don't know where. I think the end fell off because, like I said, these right here, these they're they were like glued, and when I got it, for some reason, one fell off one day, and I don't know if I don't think I could ever find it, but that might be the one right there because there's a depth. There's a depth inside there, and that hole should be, a little bit larger, and it has the right depth, and them hands will slide right on there. So let me hold on to that one there. That might be the one I need. So let's take a look here and let's see how deep this is. All right, so y'all can take a look, and that way y'all can see what I'm seeing here. That might look pretty good. See the post sticking up? You see that little post sticking up? That's for the minute hand. So we're in good shape. All right. So I'll tell you what we can do. Let's use the old Myers. Use the old Myers here. I got this on eBay, and this has been like my greatest movement holder of all times. I mean, because I can use it. I can hold it in the case and all. Most movement holders, you can't do this. They don't go out that large. This thing here is a beast. Best Buy, best thing I ever bought. One of the best things I ever bought. Okay, next up is let's put on the minute hand. And okay, now let me tell y'all something real quick. Let me back up. On your hour hand, make sure that you have it lined up with the hour, 12 o'clock. Some people do 12, 3, pick an hour, doesn't matter, but that's the one you need to make sure you have as close as to the hour as you can. The minute hand doesn't matter. That doesn't have to be exactly on 12 because it's your minute hand. So that can be adjusted. That's not like a major hit if you get it wrong. It's your hour hand that has to be as close as you want, because you don't want your hour hand, at the 44 or 43. It just doesn't look right. All right. So let's see if we get a minute hand on here. I'm trying to be oh so careful because I don't want to scratch the porcelain. These tweezers are pointy and they can scratch this porcelain. And I do not want to scratch the porcelain. All right. That looks good. And I hope all this works out. It's got that nice railroad vibe to it. Don't it? Ain't that cool looking? For being a 16. I mean, look at that. That's amazing, ain't it? And look at that. All that with just a dial and some hands. And we turned a 16 that looked like this. This is what I had on it. Standard dial. And we went from that to this. And changed the hands up. And just made something just neat as could be. So now I need to, well, I guess it may have been as neat as could be because, oh no, the minute hand isn't working. Oh, well, maybe it was a good idea for looks, but maybe not functionality. I spoke too soon, people. I spoke too soon. Oh, profanity. God, too good to be true. Oh, no, please, no. That looks so good, too. Oh, please don't tell me I gotta go back to the originals. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know, people. I don't know. I have brooches that I can actually I can fix that. I mean, I can modify it to fit. I mean, I can get that hole just a little bit wider if I need to. The question is, do I want to go down that route? And I don't know. It might be worth it for this watch. Oh, I can't believe that don't fit. Oh, there we go. There we go, people. Oh, just needed a little coaxing. There we go. That is so cool. Love it. Love it. Okay, so let me get the crystal on here in case that second hand decides to go for a ride. Because that was kind of loose on there. But yeah, look at that, huh? Ain't that something? A 16 size. Totally worth it. So I love this hobby. You can just you're just limited by imagination. You know. Yeah, that second hands might not work. Well, it's kicking. All right. Now, since we got the camera installed, we got a better camera. Not the best camera. But let's take it on the time grapher, huh? Let's see how we're doing. If anything, we can regulate a little bit. Maybe I can show y'all. Maybe I can get y'all. All right. see how we're doing here. Totally not good. Oh, wow. Oof. Oof, we got problems, people. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, we're going to have to do some repairs on that. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, man. I do not know what happened to my watch. It's never been that far out. Let's restart this. So it's minus 23 seconds a day. Got 109 degrees amplitude. And my beat air is so far out that I am not taking that apart. No. Beat air does not affect the time. It's kind of like when you wind your watch up and it starts up on its own. Good beat air will kick your watch up. So it's not like a life or death situation here. But let me see something here. You know, like I said, let me rotate this for a minute because that case can be put. I might be putting. Let me turn this for a minute. Hold on, y'all. Let me try something. Let me try a different angle in the clamp. Let's try something. Minus 13 seconds. 192 degrees amplitude. Still got high beat error. But yeah, that clamp was, and I thought that might have been doing that. That clamp, I had the clamp right there on the next to the balance, and it was, I don't know, maybe it was pushing in on just a little bit, and it was enough to make it change my parameters. But it's minus 10 seconds there. Not a straight line, but it is minus 10 seconds. So let's do a little tuning, shall we? And I'll show you all how we do that. So let's take our eyepiece here, and I can actually bring this down a little bit for y'all so y'all can see that. Let me find out where the screw is. Oh, shoot. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to take this regulator, and you have to turn it little by little. So we're going to take this little regulator here, and we're just going to I think I'm going the wrong way. Now it's 8 seconds a day. So let's start it. And we'll restart it and see where we're at. Now we're plus 13 seconds. 192 degrees, 195 degrees amplitude. And our beat air is still high, but I'm not worried about the beat air. I'm not taking all that apart. Plus 17. We gained 17. We gained 17 on the amplitude. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's back it up a little bit. Now it's running too fast. So we can back it up a little bit. This regulator is right in the middle, or was in the middle. And a little bit of adjustment makes a big difference. I'm kind of making too big of adjustment. Need to be taking it one at a time. Minus 2 seconds. Gain amplitude. Up to 201. Plus 3. That's pretty straight. That's not too bad. I'm gonna call that good. Plus 3. Shoot. I'm happy. So I will take the plus 3 any day. My Hamilton, as y'all seen, the Hamilton, I runs zero a day. That time grapher, I'm telling y'all, that's something else. That is a great tool to have, and they don't cost much at all. Very affordable. All right, let's case this up. Call this good. I think I'm going to take this to work with me today. I'm very happy with this. So there it is, people. 16 Elgin 16 with a boxcar dial, and I believe this is off my BW Raymond. The hands and the dial are railroad. So best that I can remember, this is a dial setup. I mean, it's a railroad setup, but yeah. So this just shows you, you know, what you can make a watch look like. That something that isn't. You know, I mean, it's got it's got that railroad look, but it's not. It's just your everyday 16 Elgin watch, and man, that is so cool looking. Love those hands. Just those hands just set it off. And you know, the boxcar or the grandfather uh dial they call them. And I know it's not the grandfather. I know it's not the grandfather. But yeah, that's why I save my dials. You know, you just never know. You run across something that you can make your own. You know, this is just my own idea I had. Thought about it last night. I seen this and I was like, man, I got that dial and I got that watch and excuse me, camera stand. So here we are. So all right, that is today's live version of our Elgin 313 BW Raymond uh, dial hands, second hands on a Elgin 16, just standard carry pocket watch. You know, make it look nice. I want to thank everybody for joining. Thank all my subscribers. Thank all the viewers out there, man. I appreciate y'all. And if y'all seen my channel, my crazy cats, uh, if anybody, Morty is the brown and white. Felix is the gray and white. And if you've seen those videos, those two are inseparable. They've been like that since they were kittens. And they are with each other every day, day in and day out. That is their life, is together. So that's pretty cool. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching, for subscribing. If you haven't done so, please do. Just really helps out, really does. And I will continue to make videos the best I can. I'm trying my hardest. I love photography. I love doing all this. It's just, you know, I'm trying the best I can to give y'all the best I can. We got glares. There's just a lot to this. A lot more than what I thought it was going to be, but it's all good. It's fun. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great day.